Welcome to today's episode of Beyond Medicine, where we'll be having a chat with Dr. VV Jayachandran. Dr. Jaichandran is the Deputy Director, Department of Anaesthesiology and Chairperson of the Hospital Safety Committee at Sankara Nethralaya, Chennai. Dr. Jaichandran did his MBBS from Stanley Medical College and Diploma in Anesthesia from Keelpop Medical College. He went on to do his postgraduate diploma in biostatistics from Madurai Kamaraj University and is a certified professional in patient safety by the Institute of Health and Improvement, Boston. Dr. Jayachandran is the founder secretary for Association of Indian Ophthalmic Anesthesiologists. He is currently the international president for the World Congress of Ophthalmic Anesthesia and also the president-elect of the Chennai Metro City branch of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. He is also a member of the International Association of Healthcare Data Analytics. Dr. Jayachandran has authored chapters in several textbooks, written invited review articles, and published original research articles in both national and international peer-reviewed journals. He is regularly invited nationally and internationally as a guest speaker and also to conduct workshops. He holds 2 national patents for developing simulators for regional ophthalmic blocks. He was one of the founders of the Chennai ISA Wellness Group and has conducted a selfie photo shoot and an online singing contest as part of the activities of the Wellness Group. Over to you, Radhakrishna.
Well, you completed all the details, Vidya, even before I started.
I completed all the non-medical things medical things so that you'll have lots of time for the non-medical stuff.
Non-medical things. Okay. Now, as to whom did you fall in love first time and so on. Anyway, pleasure to be here and welcome, Dr. Jaichandran. I'm also extremely happy that at least we share something in common, namely the Stanley Medical College.
Yeah.
Where do you originate? Are you a Chennaiite?
Chennai, sir. Born and brought up in Chennai.
But you can speak Chennai Tamil.
Yeah, kandipa pesla.
All the bad words, Chanbu. Now, where did you graduate from?
Stanley Medical College.
Anything like in your which school are you from?
St. John's Maiden Higher Secondary School, Mandavali.
Oh, Mandavali, that's very close to me.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that Mandavali school existed so long ago. I thought it is pretty new school. Anything you can remember from your school days that you are known for good things, bad things?
So the good thing was, in those days, getting centum in biology is very difficult. CBSE, that is a central
These days also is the same.
No, nowadays people are getting centum, but those days, getting centum, that too in biology, was very, very tough one. So I was actually very keen that time to become a doctor by profession. So I have to hit a centum.
But why did you want to become a doctor? What prompted you?
My grandparents, I would say. My grandparents are the one who wanted me to become a doctor and wanted to play a violin, everything. So I owe this to entire credit to my grandparents only. So it all started like a dream. Then what happened? Finally, I got a centum in biology. That was the first time I remember. Then got around 98 in physics, 99 in chemistry, then biology centum. So, so that was
but then you were not an extracurricular chap in your school.
That time, to be honest with you, I was only studying books, sir. I was not at all involved in any extracurricular activities. Nothing. To be honest with you, nothing. Only studies. I was constantly focused on to become a doctor. That's all. No other activities. But during the school days, I learned that violin. During my school days, I was practicing violin. That's all. Only extracurricular activity which I practiced. So as soon as I got the centum, those days medias was not there. So nowadays medias everywhere, if you see, easily the news spread. So that was the first time where I saw my photograph in that newspaper. It came. But then I didn't realize that my photographs has come. Then my friend who all
maybe
came
your
on,
grandfather would have paid the newspaper.
Nothing like that.
Hmm.
Then what happened, I still remember that Mylapore signal in the corner shop. I got down from the cycle. I was asking to get that newspaper. That shopkeeper, then he saw already my photograph in that. He said, Thambi, unga photo da idu vandirukku, nee indha newspaper free ah eduthuko appdin. I was thrilled. Newspaper photo la vandirukka inga kaaming. Then I got that. He gave me 2 more copies also free. Then I took with a great pride. I came all the way and showed it to my grandparents, who were literally elated that time. Because that was an unforgettable thing, I would say. Remember
Wonderful,
so,
wonderful. Now, how did you land in Stanley Medical College?
yeah. So then after that, those days, we used to, being a CBSE student, we used to write that exam, no, that all in Tamil Nadu entrance exam. So out of which 50 marks, I got 48.5, I think so. So out of 250, I got it in open quota itself. So that is how I got it into Stanley Medical College.
Madras Medical College is not a choice.
No. Actually, I got it in Stanley only. The first, this thing, directly they gave to me Stanley Medical College. I was happy to join.
So what is special? But what are the there'll be unforgettable moment every day in Stanley Medical College if we really look at it.
See, what happened was, as I was mentioning, during my school days, to be honest, I never went into any movies, nothing. Only books, learning books, and then violin. That's all. But then Sridhar must be knowing. I was put into the A batch because I was put into the A batch. The A batch where most of the friends were from North Chennai. So what we did was we explored all the areas there. Literally, we went all the areas. So it was real fun coming out.
Classes.
Yeah, sometimes you used to attend. Then sometimes in the afternoon, we used to bunk classes also. They used to take me to a lot of movies, theaters. We had a nice time. Especially suddenly we are coming out of the blue somewhere, no, studying for those days. I thought, oh, this is another world which I missed all these days. I don't know. It really happened to me, and you will not believe that is the first time where I started putting specs also. Because up to school days, I didn't realize that I have the power in my eyes. Only after entering into the MBBS, I went to the ophthalmologist and said, you have 1.5. How did you manage all these days? Then I started wearing glasses. Then only I went into the other side of the world, where I realized
Actually,
so much
I
fun
would like to add something here. I mean, he was correct in saying that, but what was the icebreaker was when we started medicine, there was a big strike going on for about 7 weeks. The Ramachandra Medical College was starting, and the people in the government medical colleges want to oppose the opening of private medical. So when we were just about 1 month into the college, we were caught into the strike and there were no classes. Everyone was free to mingle. So this, a studious guy like Jayachandran transformed in this period as well.
Jay, what is special about North Madras? What is that you found there which you didn't find till then?
Food and theatre, sir. Food and theatre.
I mean, what is special about what food stuff you ate there?
Non-vegetarian only. All kind of mess we ventured into hotels. Then
so you didn't contribute much to the strike?
No. We went. I still remember myself, Sridhar. We walked all the way from that Madi Punga to that Madras. This thing. What is that? From where we dispersed, and I still remember we all went to watch a movie, Kamal Haasan movie. I still remember in Shanti Theatre we went. So it was real fun. As Sridhar said, we were all elated. We joined all the strikes. We were participating. We went marched along all around the friends. Yeah, remember.
Did you spend time in Stanley Library? Reading sometimes?
Yeah. We used to be there actually. The house urgency, we had a nice time there. So finally.
Now, see, the thing of Stanley used to have a lot of, friendly, sort of very emotionally friendly students, girls also. So did you make friends there?
Actually, what happened, no, my A batch, that unit, no, I was the only male. I was the only male. So we have that 6 female in my unit. So you'll not believe, even I played violin in the ladies' hostel day also. That was the first time where a boy went into the ladies' hostel and played violin. So all boys got shocked. How this boy went into that too in the ladies' hostel, and inside their campus he played violin.
Not allowed actually. During my time, boys not
allowed. But still, it was. I kept it as a surprise.
Okay.
So it was, everyone was shocked. So that was how I came into that picture. In fact, my nickname in Stanley was Kunnakudi. Sridhar must be knowing. Sridhar must be knowing that. So they used to call me as Kunnakudi only. I used to play violin there in culturals, farewell parties, in hostel days.
Any one consultant during your clinical postings impressed you the most? Any one particular you can mention?
Where, sir? Where?
In Stanley? During your clinical postings, internship?
Yeah. I would say that surgeon, I forgot his name, the 6th unit chief. Sridhar, you remember?
Devanayagam?
No, I forgot his name. Daniel, who is from North Chennai.
JB Daniel.
Yeah. I still
he was a chief.
Yeah,
right. He was a chief, and I was there also. Why anesthesia of all the subjects, Jay?
Yeah, that is accidental only, I would say, sir. That I went into that counseling. I still remember that Sabarmati Hospital, that Kirpak Medical College. I was there. For me, ortho was there, pediatrics was there, and anesthesia. That time, you remember that PLAB was there. So more of the postgraduate students were entering into the UK through that. Anesthesia were more demand that time, late 1999 that time. So maybe that was one of the reason which I took that anesthesia.
You don't regret?
No, absolutely no.
Now, where did you do anesthesia?
Kirpak Medical College.
Right. And how did you land in ophthalmic anesthesia of all the subspecialties?
Yeah. So what happened was, immediately after finishing my anesthesia, I was trying to clear the PLAB. So I was preparing for it exam. Then meanwhile, what happened was, many told me, why don't you join somewhere in places where there you can study also, at the same time you can also practice calmly. Then I thought, then that time there's a vacancy in Sankara Nethralaya. So I thought, okay, at least physically we will not stressed out, so that I can study there. So I went in, but gradually ophthalm dragged into me that one. I didn't go into the PLAB also, or into the service category also. Fully I was involved into that ophthalm, because those days, not ophthalm, none of them ventured into that field. It was a gray area, because many surgeons were blocking the cases, but they were not updating themselves in the ophthalmic anesthesia, regional anesthesia, I mean. And most of the anesthetists also, they think that the blocks is more of surgeons related. It is a very gray area. So then I went into that regional block, the base. Then I formed this thing, basics, streamlined regional blocks. This is how the block should be performed. Then I updated the surgeons regarding what is the latest update in regional ophthalmic anesthesia, newer local anesthetics that are available, newer techniques. Because surgeons, they are more focused in the surgical techniques, as you are aware. No, this is not that domain actually. So then gradually I realized that there was no simulator available for practicing needle blocks and subtenons blocks elsewhere in the world itself. So I thought this is a right time to develop the simulator. Gradually, I went into the simulator, into the.
As a house surgeon, as a undergraduate, two things I noticed very strange in ophthalmology. One is there are no anesthetists. The surgeons themselves do. Two is they don't wear gloves. I mean, I was surprised to find that surgeons not wearing gloves and operating. I thought, I mean, isn't that true that they don't wear gloves?
No. Nowadays, they're wearing, sir. They're wearing gloves.
All the time. Because I
Yeah.
was told
No,
that
no.
to handle, very finer things, he shouldn't wear gloves. That's what I thought. No, but did you have any special training in ophthalmic anesthesia?
No, sir. No
Other
special
than, or
training.
you learnt on the job?
No, by practice only, by clinical, this thing, practice only I developed. Nothing.
What is special about ophthalmic anesthesia? What is that you do which surgeons didn't do those days?
So what happened was many of the surgeons were practicing the traditional blocks, sir. That is, even if you see that many of the standard old textbook, if you see, they say you have to enter into that medial 2/3 and lateral 1/3 and perform the inferolateral and then the superomedial blocks. These are the two traditional blocks which has to be they teach. This is what the surgeons were doing. Even right now, I could say even right now they are doing. But actually what happened is that if you are entering into the 2/3 and 1/3, there are high chances of hitting that inferior rectus muscle and inferior oblique muscle and also the neurovascular bundles which supply this muscle. So post-operatively, patients landed up in diplopia, iatrogenic needle injury to the extraocular muscles. So there are many case reports where muscle edema has developed owing to the traditional point of entry. So what they said, finally, the evidence-based medicine, they say, you should come still laterally, that is extreme inferolateral corner, which is nothing but a avascular pad of fat. There won't be any resistance at all. So we have to come still laterally. And coming to the superomedial blocks, why it should not be given? There are high, it is the most vascular when compared to all the four quadrants and more chances for penetration of the globe. So vascular damage, globe damage, both. Then why we need to still practice it? So the safe block that is newer one is medial peribulbar, that is between the caruncle and the canthal angle, half-inch needle, drop perpendicularly, nice block will be attained. So these two are the new updates, and also they were still practicing that old lignocaine and bupivacaine. Of late, if you see newer local anesthetics has come, ropivacaine, levobupivacaine. So these things which I tend to keep them updated and those kind of things. And even subtenon's block also, I see some of the surgeons, they give more posterior, which is not required actually. Up to the equator, if you go and give the block, that is enough. So these things I teach in the simulator. What is the correct way, how to perform these blocks, which is not do's and don'ts mean.
So how many the so-called ophthalmic anesthetists there in the country?
So right now we started this Association of Indian Ophthalmic Anesthesia in the COVID period, actually 2019.
It's as recent as that.
Recent, yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Recently. Initially, what happened, 2009, we started the Ophthalmic Forum of Indian Society of Anesthesiologists, OFISA. We call it as OFISA. That is 2009-11 we started. But we were associated with the Indian Society of Anesthesiologists. Sub-branch like. Sub-branch like. So we didn't have that.
So you are the founder, president, or founder, secretary. What are you?
Yeah, founder and now secretary.
All right. Okay.
So 9 years we were under that umbrella of ISA. We were doing once in alternate years we were doing International Ophthalmic Anesthesia Conference also. Every alternate years. First one you did in Sankara Nethralaya, then other one you did in Giridhar Eye Institute, LVPI, Hyderabad. Then Netradama also we did. Then what happened? 2009, 17, 18, there were nearly some 200 members. Everyone felt it is the right time to have a separate association so that we will have our own office bearers, bylaws and those kind of things. So 2019, we registered our society. By the time I registered, COVID was born. So it was a very tough time for me to bring that. So the first national AAOA was done online. It's a webinar-like thing. So, but still, we did a nice job. Giridhar Eye Institute did. Then the second one, we did it in Aravind Eye Institute. Aravind. Now the third one is going to be conducted in PGMR Chandigarh. This one. This year we have been.
Is there any certificate course or any formal, degree or something in ophthalmic anesthesia?
No, sir, not yet. But actually, we are trying to bring, sir, because if you see British Ophthalmic Anesthesia Society, they have fellowship in regional ophthalmic anesthesia. We are seriously thinking it over. In the next general body meeting, we are trying to discuss this and get it done. It's the right time. We need to bring that fellowship in regional ophthalmic, maybe a 6 months course or 8 months course. We should. High time to get it done. Yeah.
You're also an office bearer of Indian Society of Anesthesia, Tamil Nadu or Chennai.
Chennai, sir. That happened recently. I was unanimously elected as the president-elect post for Chennai Indian Society of Anaesthesiology.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, where did this biostatistics thing came in?
Yeah.
What
so what happened?
For...
Yeah, I will tell you. So what happened was 2000, 2001 when I joined Sankara Nethralaya. Many of my surgeons, sir, if you see renowned vitreoretinal surgeons, are the Dr. Lingam Gopal. If you Google it and see, their name comes like 100 publications, 200 publications. I got stunned. How is that we are not able to do any publication? Then to begin with, I did some original studies and started sending articles. But you will not believe what happened. All the studies got rejected mainly because of this reason, sir. Poor study design, statistical, this thing. So I thought somewhere we are making this thing. We are losing something. Then I think it is high time to venture into that. What is happening? Then I got into that, gradually into the statistics. Coincidentally, what happened, that biostatistician in Sankara Nethralaya became very close to me. Then he only inspired me, sir, it is the right time. You have to get into that biostatistics course. Then only you will understand it better. Because if we as a doctor go and ask the biostatistician to do, they will simply say the p-value, it is significant or not, hypothesis is null, hypothesis is proved or not. That's all. That's all they will say maximum. But if you come in to know that biostatistics thoroughly, we will come to know all type of multivariate analysis, which group we had, what is a statistical tool we need to apply, those kind of things. So which I got into that. That is how it motivated me to do this biostatistics. Then 2004, I think, so I completed this course. Then as of now, I have some 40, 50 publications in peer-reviewed journals.
Thanks to the biostatistics degree.
Yeah, definitely, sir. Right. So that is where we are actually lacking. In India, if we see the study design, they say, they concentrate more on the study design, sample size calculation, those kind of things.
Mm-hmm. Now, you also have some patents.
Yeah.
What is that? I mean, what are those? Some equipment or techniques?
Yeah. So what happened was, as I was mentioning, the simulator, no, it is none. If you see, even for giving that endotracheal intubation, epidural, even for labor, analgesia, everywhere, if you see that simulation was there, IV line cannulation, everything, central line cannulation. But I don't know why this simulator for practicing for needle and subtenons alone was not at all developed elsewhere. Because I came to know this from the World Congress. There's a body that I inquired them. There is no simulator, nothing like that. Even subtenons is practiced traditionally with the goat's eye only, with the wet lab like thing.
Okay.
So then what happened was, that time we had one project that surgeons had a project with Department of Electrical Engineering, IITM, Chennai. We were doing a mobile surgical bus. So that surgeon actually introduced me to this Department of Electrical Engineering. Then I told him, this is my concept. This is my concept that we need to develop a simulator. So what we did was, we developed a simulator by which we can objectively evaluate the regional needle blocks by keeping cameras behind the globes. 2 cameras we kept. One is in the lateral orbital wall, another is the medial orbital wall. So what it does is that it shows the needle track and needle pathway. So with the 3D dimensions, we got the globe, extraocular muscles done, everything, optic nerve, everything we got simulated. We got a human silicon, this thing covered, simulator. We asked the participants just like that to give the block. So what they do was, initially, they will follow the traditional method, no, the 2/3 and 1/3 and superior medial. So while performing, I used to show them in the monitor, see what is happening in the 2/3 and 1/3. You are hitting the extraocular muscles. This is not the right. So then I asked them to give more extreme inferolateral corner. So they see with the monitor now that least resistance it is going. Then similarly, I taught them that superomedial, what is happening. We can remove that silicon layer and we can teach the anatomy also to the post-graduation. So then we validated this simulator and then we patented it. Then the next simulator which we developed was a subtenance block. But subtenance, what has happened was, it was a major hurdle was, it is a little bit invasive where they have to make a nick. Unlike needle block, percutaneous entry is okay. Whereas with subtenance, they have to make a nick in the conjunctiva as well as in the tenons. So that was a most hurdle step for us that IIT actually students, they would say. But then they tried, it took almost 3 years for them to develop that exact silicon layer, which matched our human layer also. At the same time, the elasticity was so great that it was able to withstand even the nick. So 5 to 10 delegates can perform the nick in the tenons and the conjunctiva, and they can perform the subtenons. So with this subtenons, what we did was, the cannula can be passed up to the equator. If they go behind the equator or too near the optic nerve, a red light glows. Sensor we kept. Whereas, and similarly, if they are in the subconjunctival layer, that is false layer, red light will glow. Right. If we are in the correct layer, green light will glow. This how we validated was, we compared with the traditional one, that is the goat side. One group practiced that, the other group practiced with our mannequin. We compared and then we proved that ours is more, significantly better at teaching tool when compared to traditional one goat side. So finally, we validated that instrument also and we patented it. And finally, almost 2 years, we got the national patent also. And now we have approached one of a leading company, ophthalmic company, and they have shown a keen interest. Now, ourselves and the Department of Electronics, IIT, Sankara Nethralaya, we are joining transfer of knowledge, planning to do. Hopefully, we are in the process of commercialization right now.
How did you approach the IIT Madras? Through what contacts and how could you?
Yeah, that is what I mentioned, that we were doing a big project, a mobile eye surgical unit. That was one of our dream project for our founder, Dr. S.S. Badrinath. He wants to develop a 2 huge mobile bus, inside which the operation theatre state of the art was there, and 2 buses. It used to go to the remote rural areas where the patients, handicapped patients who are not able to brought to the referral eye care centers. So that project was done by the Department of Electrical Engineering, IIT.
Okay.
So that surgeon introduced me to that team. Then finally, they took, I gave a presentation. They wanted to know what is the scope in it, how much we can venture in it. Then they gave it as a project to the students. They did this as a project. This is how I got into. Almost 2009, I started, sir. Almost a decade is more over.
Very wonderful.
Yeah, it's
now you won many awards in your sort of paper presentation, and for what exactly did you win this best
almost
paper awards?
Yeah, almost the simulator only, sir. This simulator, subtenon simulator. The needle block, actually, we have developed 2 simulator. One is objective way of scoring this one. So that I presented. Then finally, we moved on into a real-time view mannequin where we place the camera. So again, I got that award for that one. Then for the subtenons. Then apart from this, I used to do a lot of studies with the clinical side also, for which I got awards. Non-clinical side with microbiology and those.
Now, I understand you're also a patient safety officer. What is that?
Yeah.
What is an ophthalmic anesthetist go to do patient safety?
Yeah, I will tell you. So during the COVID era, what happened, I was drafting safety protocols for our institution, especially for ophthalmic theaters. What is the safety? That time, no, sir, a lot of this thing was PPE kit. We were putting that glass box, intubating, so those kind of things. So everything we were drafting. So I was more into that safety that time. So then only I realized how important it to be as a safety atmosphere, working safe atmosphere to be more safe while working. So I got more into safety. Then immediately after that COVID, what happened? We got into a committee, so hospital safety committee, which according to NABH standard, they need to have. So our chairman and president wanted me to become as a chairperson for this hospital safety committee, as I did a good job during the COVID era. So then what happened, I came to know through that friend of biostatistician I was mentioning, no? He told me that there is a course in Boston, Institute of Healthcare and Improvement, where they do a 1.5 years course called Certified Professional in Patient Safety. It's an online course actually. Everyone can do some medical, where they teach about the importance of the root cause analysis. If any errors are happened, then how to take a corrective and preventive errors action. There I realized the importance of that recognizing near miss in an institution, which I think in India that policy, that this thing is not actually. So that is recognizing near miss and no harm. People who report near miss and no harm. Near miss and no harm are those here that harmful incidents has not happened to the patient, before which the employer reports it to the organization, and that organization or the safety committee has to look into the system correction, not that individual. We should not finger point at the individual. This is called as just culture. Right. So this culture, what happened for the last 3 years, I have been incorporating in our Sankara Nethralaya, and we used to recognize those individuals who reports this near miss and no harm by awarding a certificate. If they are first-time reporters, we award them with a bronze medal with a certificate embedded. That will be given by me, by co-chairperson Dr. Pramod Pandey, and president of the organization itself, Dr. Girish Shivarao. We jointly give the certificate. Second time they are reporting, silver, gold, platinum. Again, it will come row by row. Then apart from this, what happened, we also published the photographs in the hospital portal. We have an app that also I developed along with the web team. In the app also we put the photographs. So what happened, that people, they get motivated by a non-monetary way. We should not, that is important. It's a different concept, simple way, but it motivates the employee. So for the first year, almost third year we are doing it, sir. For the first year, I got it around 86 near miss. Okay. Second year, I got 143 near miss. This year, I got 243 near miss. So what happened was, consecutively for the last 2 years, Sankara Nethralaya has been awarded in the International Patient Safety Conference that has been conducted by the Apollo Hospital, Best Safety Culture Designed Hospital.
Great. So
now,
Jayachandran, so much academics and so much science behind him. Very, very impressive. Starting from your school days itself. So you've been doing wonderfully well. Where did this the bug for making movies came? Did it came through your college?
No.
Or in
that is
Sankara Nethralaya?
Sankara Nethralaya, I would say.
Tell us in detail how you got into this.
So what happened was,
one thing is, you'll not be very rich working in an institution like that, so you have a lot of money to buy wonderful cameras and all that stuff.
No, we are sufficient.
Rich enough.
Not rich enough. Happy. That is more important, sir. We should be satisfied at the end of the day. So what happened was, as you rightly said, Sankara Nethralaya, where I got that this thing, fire. So 2008-9, we used to celebrate our foundation day in a grand manner, sir. Almost some 1,500 employees. We used to split into 4 batches. Competition used to be held, where we used to put dramas, dance, singing competition. Okay, each team. But 2008-9, I didn't participate. But many of the theatre technicians, they approached me. I used to write small scripts for them. That will be last for around 5 minutes. The script should be for 5 minutes. Maximum laughter it should have. Nice message it should have at the end. Some social related message. It can be eye donation related. It can be anything related to a hospital, anything related. So 2008, I remember vaguely. Then 2009 also, I wrote just a small script for them. Both of them got the first prize and everyone got appreciated. That's all, your script was very nice, very nice. Then I realized, just like that, why so much? Then I thought somewhere some hidden talent is there. Then what happened, gradually I started reading some books. say for example, screenplay, that is the foundation of screenwriting by Field, Save the Cat by Blake, story about Robert McAfee. These are all nice books about how to make a story more interesting. This is how I got into that one.
So you didn't try to join a course and do a degree?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. So these 3 books I got. It's available in online also, sir. It is freely. You can read it. Nice books. Very simple language. How to make a story plot interesting. How to make that antagonist and protagonist nice. This thing. So it was very interesting for me. Read. I got into that this thing. Then 2012, I got a full bounded script ready. It is based on a medical crime thriller. So I wrote it. I kept it. Then I became a fellowship member of Mumbai Screenwriter Association fellowship. Become a member of it.
Is it a medical script writer or the general?
General only.
Oh, right.
General. Then I registered my bounded script there.
Okay.
Because registration very important, sir. We have to register, and then with the watermark, they will give that bounded script to us.
Okay.
So that is the proof that this script belongs to me. That is very important. So I registered it. Then what happened in the year, I think so, 2017, and all these 5 years I was writing. I was more focused into writing only. I wrote some 8 bounded scripts actually.
This is written in English or Tamil or both?
Tamil. That also I learned. So
initially, proficient in writing Tamil.
Yeah. So initially what happened, I was typing in English. Then I thought, no, I should learn Tamil also. Then I got into Tamil also. I started typing in Tamil also. So I have a full bounded script of about 8 to 9 scripts as of now, all registered. Then initially I was focusing more on screenplay and script writing only. Then 2017, I think so. What happened in the foundation day, we put it in Kalaivana Arangam. It's a huge, 2,500 capacity, whole family audience, Sankara Nethralaya's employees will come. Where again, we put dub smash like thing. You will not believe, I put that Bahubali on stage within 5 minutes, both the parts, 5 minutes, with the employees of Sankara Nethralaya, 80 employees on stage. Within 5 minutes, I got the whole film done.
So, that's interesting.
Yeah, even in the last scene, I still remember how I don't know. It is so, this goosebumps, I would say, that Raja Mata will lift that baby, that Bahubali, and that the entire river will come, I got it on the stage itself.
Okay, wonderful.
So that happened in 2017. Then 2018, again, I got the climax scene of Chandramukhi, where that climax scene is the most, where Jyotika will be this thing hyped, and Vetayan, that character will be on fire, and everything I got it on the stage. So then one day I realized that something more is there, not only in paper. I have something more. Then I came to know that I have the directional skill also in me. So that time what happened, I think one of the IT fellow, there was a child abuse. You remember 2017-18, it happened in Madipakam. One IT guy who had a child abuse like thing. It was a horror thing, most horrific thing that should not happen to any child. In fact, he killed his parents also later. So all the public outrage was there. That fellow should be hanged and those kind of. Coincidentally, my second theme was on child abuse.
Right.
So that time, 2018, this was happening. So 2019, some of them I met in the cine field itself. They said, on narrating the script, they said this is the right time to bring that script, that second script. It is based on a child abuse, sir. It is available in YouTube. You can watch it. That is, it's a unique way of punishing these child abusers. I don't want to reveal in this platform. You can watch it. It's a medical concept only. So where out of this full bound script, I got only the 25% of the script into a short film, 19 minutes. Then I did a small 2019, yeah. Within 4 days, I got this film done. We got 2 days shooting in Arcot Road, one studio we got. And one day we got an industrial factory in Ambattur, and one day one of my friend's house, and the afternoon one of my friend's hospital we shoot the film. 4 days we shoot this 19 minutes film. It is about a child abuse and where are the loopholes in our judiciaries, how to rectify it, what is the correct way of, not correct way, the punishment should be more strong enough so that these child abusers will not repeat that one. So that was the main concept of this film. Then what happened, I submitted to a lot of international film festivals, sir. What has happened was it got selected at screening at the International Cultural Artifact ICA Film Festival 2019 in Pune, and it got screened in 12th Jaipur International Film Festival in the year 2020. It was screened in the grand finale in the Next Gen International Film Festival 2019 in Maharashtra, where I went there, where it won the Award of Excellence. Then again, the film was also awarded the Special Festival Mention Award for Certificate of Excellence at the 9th Mumbai Short Film International Film Festival.
Wonderful. Now you are the scriptwriter, you are the director, and are you the camera person?
No. Those things are proper technicians. Luckily for me, the true all youngsters on narrating the script, they were all literally involved in it. They all know that this film is going to hit somewhere because the theme, the concept, everyone liked it. So everyone got involved in it. Actually, the editor.
You're a busy clinician in a very famous hospital, possibly the best in the country in ophthalmology. Where is the time?
4 days. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
I mean, that
then,
preparation, getting to know people, and
evening.
Doing
evening, sir. So the post-production work, everything after finishing Sankara Nethralaya, 5 o'clock, I used to go to the Arcot Road, one White Lotus Digital Studios. I used to go there, post-production work, everything was done there. Everything, dubbing. I did a dubbing. In fact, I did a small role in that film also.
Okay. Now, see, if you see the Korean movies that are made on medicine, actually, medical, they're very nicely made.
Amazing, sir.
Like they also show blood gases and they'll show all reality. Now, in Indian situation, doctors are shown in a very bad manner.
I will tell you.
All the bandages will have blood things everywhere. IV blood from one person to another. Now, why is that? Now, why haven't you got into the reality?
No, I will tell you. So this is one reason is most of the directors, they are not actually discussing into our profession. In fact, when I got into this short film, then I came to know about some of the professional directors. As you rightly said, sir, inimel the hospital related eda scene vanda na ungala dhaan koopduven. That is how I got that assistant director who's in film called Thane, which won numerous awards, where there are a lot of hospital-related sequences, which I helped them actually, and I was also involved in that story description regarding the hospital-related scenes. So as you rightly said, this is a lacking one. So we ourselves only have to correct those things.
Yeah, see, so much happens in medical colleges, so much, interaction, friendliness, heartache, this, that, and the other. And there's never any portrait, I
will tell you. So you are asking right questions, sir. Actually, how do you read my mind? I don't know, because the third script which I wrote is based on the instances happened in the medical college, true medical college, because as of now, I have seen that portraying, as you rightly said, portraying that medical colleges in the movies, no, it is more cinematic. But actually, the third script which I wrote was purely based on the instances happened in the Stanley Medical College, and hopefully one day it will come definitely.
Now, you should do a web series. You should do a
sequel. They approached me. No, they
enough material. Enough material.
This crime medical thriller, they approached me for the web series, sir. But to be honest with you, if you see, the first thing I want to see on the silver screen, that will be the goosebumps, sir, to be honest with you. Maybe next project, I can think over of the web series. The first one.
people don't know the reality in which we work, the sincerity, the difficulties we face, and the day-to-day. It's actually every hospital has some action on a day-to-day basis, and you should somehow get into it. Also that everywhere, wherever, whether it is your academics or your innovations or your movie, everything has got awards to it. There's something very, very special about it. I suggest you should do more of these. Now, where does this violin come in?
Yeah, as I was mentioning before, my grandparents, it was the dream only. So I learned it during the school days. Then what happened? I got into the medical college. First 3-4 years, I never touched violin, to be honest with you, because I was in the entirely different world. I told you, no.
You would have got awards if you really got into it.
Yeah. So it was, so I was enjoying along with the friends and everything. Then in the final year, I think so, I started playing violin in the culturals and then in the hostel days, then farewell parties slowly. Then what happened? I joined Sankara Nethralaya. Again, I didn't touch any violin because, see, that is a crucial time in our profession where we tend to settle down. Our mind is unstable. We never know whether we are going to be in India or abroad. That time Plag was there. I was also unsure. So those time stress was there, definitely. This is the main this thing. We have to get married, childhood, and then kids coming. So we are more focused on that one. So 30s and 40s are more focused on that one. Now, what happened? My son is now independent. He is doing his master's in University of Birmingham. I'm relaxed. Now, I'm trying to dig in what has happened during my school days. And now we find more time also, no? I have only one son and he is now there. And my wife is a banker. So what is that time? Now, more time for me to spend time with that things which has happened during my school days, and started practicing violin in the evening times. So once after the dinner time, I start practicing. Then by the time I look at time, it will be 11 o'clock. My wife will say, what, still you come. So gradually I started this thing again, got into the violin. This is how it became. And then I had a separate YouTube channel. Then almost for the past 1 year only, I got some 30 songs posted in that.
Wonderful. Now, you look a very happy man. What is the secret of your happiness?
Always I think positively, sir. Act positively. Take everything positively. You should not crib. That is the most. See, the moment I joined Sankara Nethralaya, not even moment. Even now, if you say, "Arey, what you are doing there? What is the big deal?" Then, as you rightly said, what and all things I narrate, they will close their mouth. So, in the end, you should be satisfied, sir. Whatever you do, you enjoy it and do. You will never feel stressed out or burned out, sir. That is, I never went in for private practice, sir, to be honest with you. I never went into that service. I never went into private practice. I can proudly say that I was an ophthalmic anesthetist, fully involved in ophthal.
Any regrets you have?
Nothing, sir. Nothing. As of now. Only thing is, one day or the other, I should come in the silver screen.
You are also an editor of some journal.
Yeah. We have that Indian Journal of Ophthalmic Anesthesia, IJOA.
And you are on the editorial board, or
I'm on the editorial board. Editorial board. And I have a textbook in ophthalmic anesthesia, sir. That is the first of its kind, I would say. It's a textbook in ophthalmic, and I'm chief editor. So what has happened was, if you see many ophthalmic anesthesia standard textbook, 3-4 pages will be there, sir. Orbital anatomy will be there, local anesthesia, toxicity will be there, complications. That's all. But I was surprised. There are a lot of things to be learned in that because if we see ophthal, there are a lot of subspecialties: cataract, glaucoma, trauma, uvea, oculoplasty, pediatric cataract, pediatric ophthalmology, retina. So those kind of things, each subspecialty, they have their own anesthetic implication, which none of them focused, which I concentrated, and then I got a textbook done. It has totally 30 chapters in it, sir, out of which 15 mainly focused on regional ophthalmic anesthesia, and remaining 15 chapters are focused in general anesthesia. I roped in international authors also. If you see each chapters, I roped in a ophthalmologist also. So they will write the surgical prerequisites, what is needed. Say, for example, vitreoretinal surgery, what are the surgical prerequisites? How, as an anesthetist, we accomplish it, the following this thing. So all 30 chapters we covered, and we also had one chapter where systemic complications encountered in ophthalmic setup. We have a nice chapter. We write from oculocardiac reflex to cardiac arrest. We have covered everything. That was very useful, especially for the beginners. For the beginners ophthalmology, it is available in Amazon also. It's a nominal price of 1,000. So this is how I got a textbook.
How to keep yourself fit?
Yeah. So what I do is daily I have pet also. Even if I sleep after 5 o'clock, that pet will come and awake me. No need alarm also, sir. To be honest with you, it will get over my bed. It will get over the bed and it will start licking. I have to get up. So we, myself and my pet, his name is Caesar, he's a boy. We used to go to the terrace. 6 to 7 is my fitness time, sir. So during the fitness time, what I do is I keep planning what I have to do today, what are the tasks I need to do today. So it not only gives me that positive vibes in it, positive energy also. I make the task that time itself. Today I have to accomplish this one. I have to fill that near miss reports. I have to see. I have to finish that script. Violin, I have to do this one. Everything. But automatically my body will do that exercises. So the next day before starting warm up, I will tend to recollect whether all those tasks has been completed yesterday. Today, what I need to do. So that gives me a confidence, and this 6 to 7 mainly focus on fitness only.
How spiritual are you?
Spiritual, I used to visit that Pilayar temple in that 5th main road. You will not believe I got that centum in biology, no? I owe it to that Pilayar Vinayagar only, because as soon as I wrote that biology, this thing, I visited that temple. Daily I used to go around the Pilayar temple for 10 times. I have to get centum, I have to get centum. I will never forget.
Pilayar has been very kind to you.
Yeah, I still remember. Then the moment I got centum, I went to the temple. Even now, I owe my medical profession to that Pilayar.
So how much role does your wife have in your happiness and success?
Yeah. So, see, I used to write that script, no? The first the concept or that story, I used to read to my wife only. So, she's the best critic, I would say. The moment she says something, I will try to change. Next, coming to violin, whenever I get any songs, this thing into the tune, I show it to her only, play it. She actually studied Veena, sir, long back in childhood days, but now she's not actually into it. She's actually on looking at me. She wants to become a learn Veena also. No, it is right behind me actually. So, so I used to play violin first. This thing. She used to tell, no, some Shruti tappa again. You practice and come and play. So in that way, she actually gives the best critic, I would say. And my son also plays violin, sir.
Right.
My son also plays violin. We have posted 2 YouTube songs along, me and my son. One song is from the movie 3, Kannaraga song, and the other one is Von Megam song. Both these songs, me and my son have played. And so family as a whole, we are involved into the music. Even you will not believe my pet, Caesar. I told you, no? The moment I play violin, I don't know, in even all these YouTube shots you see, it will come and listen. It will lie down near my foot.
Okay.
Yeah. It will come.
It's like another child to you.
Yeah. In almost all the YouTube shots, most of this thing, who have seen that, watch that shots, they used to, sir, this time I watched your dog. Almost all the shots is used to come and cross one way or the other. It like, so family as a whole, we are actually involved in this.
how much teaching are you into?
Teaching, as you said,
And training, teaching and training.
Yeah, that ophthalmic blocks, and I'm more into the teaching of the ophthalmic blocks. I bring that simulator to that Shankar Nethralaya. I have developed almost an indigenous one. Apart from this, those two simulators in the IIT, I have developed a basic one where I had developed this thing, eyeball with extraocular muscles in human skin. They can practice because these two are patented. I can't bring it outside. So this one is a more basic one. I teach that whenever a new batch of postgraduates or trainees come in, I take them the orientation class for them. I teach them the regional local anesthesia, the newer updated local anesthetic drugs. Then I teach them the hands-on practice session regularly with this.
Wonderful, Jayachandran. Is nice talking to you, especially somebody who's very passionate about his work and done very well in that I think you brought laurels to that specialty.
Yeah.
Then you're into academics, you're into publishing, and you're into innovations. And more than that, you have a very safety, right? And a very, very fruitful non-academic career in terms of your hobbies, and I think I wish you go miles ahead and do a lot of movies and all that. Vidya, now open to comments and queries from all over.
Yeah. Before that, if I can just butt in. So when you first started doing this near miss reporting, what were the kind of misses that were reported?
Yeah.
Just an example.
Yeah, I will tell you. Say, for example, wrong identification of patient. Patient sounding name can be same. Okay. Especially the language barrier, Bengalis, most of the Bengalis. It happened recently. So for example, Ashish Kumar will be there. Okay. Then MRT number also will be same. Most probably age is also same. Flowchart can be interchanged. But what happens is that one of the optometrists can detect this one, something as wrong has happened. So before she examined the patient or before something eye drops has been instilled onto the patient, she realized something has happened. No, some flowchart. So then what happened? She reports this as a near miss. Where it went wrong? Because before, at the reception, while we are entering. So now what corrective and preventive action we took was, we captured the photo of the patients and we put it in the EM. This is a corrective and preventive action which got into existence. And the other corrective preventive action which we got in was, if the two names are sounding similar, automatically in our EMR, pop-off will come, name alert. So these are all some of the corrective and preventive actions taken. So identification error wrong. Then sometimes allergy would have been missed by a doctor also. No, optometrist usually takes the history. Sometimes allergy would have been missed. The next stage where the sister, before installing drop, she again finds out. Now everyone is in the motivated stage. They want to know whether you are allergic to any medicine. They will say yes, allergic. So that person would have missed the allergy. Now she finds it out. She reports it. So those kind of things, identification error, missed errors in history, those kind of things.
So you've actually made something like a LASA identification for patients also.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I just wanted to know if you have any of the pictures of the Bahubali and
I posted in YouTube, madam. I can share you the link. It is in YouTube.
I just thought if you have something to share with the audience right now.
No. It is in YouTube actually.
Yeah. So there was a question from Dr. Anjali in the chat box.
Yeah.
So she said, how did you get the team for your short film, like a camera person, audio, dress, shooting, ambience, dialogue, all those things? Yeah. How did you get that all together is what she's asking.
One coincidence or a good thing was, one of my close friend actually is into that film direction actually. So luckily on hearing the script, he said, you are the right person to direct it, because I'm more into the writing. No, in depth I wrote everything. So he got that right crew for me. He is the right person for this. All youngsters, madam, if you see. And production executive manager was also a young chap. So I owe this entirely to the friend who was able to give me point out the right persons for me. Gradually I got into them. to be honest, I never know about where to place the camera and those kind of things and all. But everything was written pakka in writing. And then I narrated with them. We had a discussion for 3-4 days. Then only we went into the field work. We wrote everything. What are the objects to be required on that day, first day of shooting, second day of shooting, third day. We planned
as a safety officer, you're very good with checklists. So
yeah, we planned it everything, and the production
Vidya,
executive.
you should get into movie making.
So what will happen? We formed a WhatsApp group. Then the production executive manager sent me the list of things that is required for the next day. You will not believe, I went into that studio, that the police station was there. It was about a room of about 8 to 8 feet, madam. That's all. 10 to 12 feet. Okay, police station. Only 4 walls was there. That's all. Sir, inga shooting nadakapodhu police station. I was wondering, where nothing is there. That time only one lady came with a broomstick and then when the tempo van, the whole lot of things came. The what and all we wrote, no, right from the clock, right from the Gandhi's photo in the police station. Almost all these police stations they have. You remember?
So
yeah, the Gandhi's. Then that registrar, table, everything. They got everything in the tempo van. The tempo van, they got, sir, police station vandachi. Enga varudhu? Tempo van la varudhu. Sir, நீங்க ஒரு half an hour உட்காருங்க, டென்ஷனே ஆகாதீங்க, உங்களுக்கு போலீஸ் ஸ்டேஷன் ரெடி ஆயிடும். Then I sat, then they gave me a hot tea, masala tea I had. Half an hour, then I came in, whole police station was ready. So I was so fortunate enough to have a nice team. And then one more thing was, I was so fortunate enough to have a friend whose hospital he gave free of cost to shoot my film there, actually 2-3 days.
So Puliyar not only gave you 100 marks in biology, he also gave you a lot of
yeah, Anjali is into movie making, looks like.
Yeah,
Anjali should get in touch with Jayachandran and maybe he should fly down to Chennai.
Where is she?
Anjali, you should speak up, I think. You're instead of me being
She's
your
in Maharashtra.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Good.
Anjali, you can come in for a minute as to how far has your movie progressed?
Sir, thank you so much, sir. Actually, I am very sensitized with the thing, recollecting with his interview, that he has a very excellent checklist, sir, minute to minute. And the minute observations, whatever he is mentioning into actions, that makes a very sensitive anesthetist, I can say. And as a surgeon also, we can read, sir, because we give priority to the actions more, sir. Whenever we on table actions, but as an anesthetist, I can realize that checklist and sensitive checklist every fraction of millisecond. So that is a God gift, I think, which is the ability God has given him, and that is why you are so special, sir. Really
Thank
great
you.
to listen.
Thank you.
So you had some questions for him, Anjali. Go ahead.
Sir, madam, my question is, before this full movie action come into play, what is the progressive development or the steps which are taken prior, like accompanying with his grandfather to a movie, like accompanying with a father to mono act play, like some colony activity? So these are the some steps which a person come into action. So what was these following steps, sir, because of which you could take a large step?
That is what, no, I think you missed it. That initially that foundation day was celebrated. No, I got that on stage live drama.
Jayachandran, if I can rephrase the question well, I think your inspiration came where you bunked Stanley Middle College, went for Kamlas and movies. You know, she wants to know as to what and how could you get prepared during your younger days? Maybe. Did you attend Monac plays?
Nothing, sir. To be honest, nothing.
Or you watched too many Netflix movies or something?
I watched some Korean movies, that's all. But before that itself, I started writing scripts, sir. I read those 3 books which really helped the story and the screenplay writing. And I listened to some of the YouTube channels, how to write a screenplay more interesting, especially how to make it more interesting. If you see one good thing, you read that book, that story, Madam, Robert McAfee. It's a very nice book. I would suggest you to read these 3 books. You can note it down if you want. The Story by Robert McAfee, Screenplay, The Foundations of Screenwriting by Sud Field, Save the Cat. It's a wonderful books. How to make that story interesting. So they will say in a very simple way. So say, for example, a room is there, one entry, one exit will be there. That's all. Antagonist and protagonist are coming like this. Okay. If antagonist goes like this, protagonist also. That is, each one should oppose in such a way they should not pass through the other gate. This is how the screenplay should be.
Right.
And what they say is, each screen, that is, suppose a scene that is starting in a positive note should end with a negative note.
Right.
So next scene, again, if it is beginning in a negative note, it should begin in a positive note. You understood? So
Wonderful.
that is how we make the story audience more gripping. That monotonous you should break. So they say the antagonist first, what is this thing, main theme? What is his goal? You make the goal each and every step more difficult. In the final step, how it should be, that antagonist should lose all his powers, and if that step, if he has not kept properly, his life will be endangered. At that level, you should bring. You should ask, suppose, what will happen if the antagonist passes? Just like that, it is going to be a normal day for him, then your script will not be a tightening one. You understood? So the final stage, the climax, how it should be, that is the final step where if the antagonist, the protagonist doesn't take the step correctly, he might lose his life. That is how that climax should be. That is how we can make the story gripping. So these are all some of the kuti things which you can read in that book. You will not believe that medical crime thriller, I wrote a rough draft. After this reading, I went in for nearly some 13-14 versions. Got corrected. I introduced more characters because it was raw that time. 2012 I wrote, it was very raw actually. Then 2018-19, when I narrated to most of the directors the script, everyone was saying it was amazing script. It has to be brought in this silver screen. So actually, what is happening right now, we are in the discussion process. Hopefully, by this year end, it should come up. We'll see.
This screenplay writing is different from writing a book, right?
Yeah. Both of novel writing, like it is entirely different, sir. This is entirely different. It should be more gripping like thing. Otherwise, no. Reading novel is a monotonous one. You can write like a fairy tale. Okay, that is different. Whereas that audience, nowadays audience are more this thing, sir. You know about our audience. Everyone is this thing. They are more informative on this thing. So something unique, something unexpected twist, this should be there. That is what the book clearly says. If you begin with a negative note, end with a positive note. So I used to revisit the script. Oh, if the hero and heroine are beginning with a happy note, they should end in a sad note. There should be some
emotions.
there should be some controversies between them. You understand? Controversy should be built in. So artificially, I created controversy there, made them into separated hero and heroine. So
Anbu, you want to come in here, Anbu, right? You're another very creative person, so you'll have some light to throw. Anbu?
Yeah, and meanwhile, Dr. Jayachandran, if you can just type out your YouTube channel link. People are asking for the names of the book, your YouTube channel, and also the book.
Yeah, I will message you, madam. Message you.
No, can you just type it in the chat box, the YouTube channel name?
Box. Let me try, madam.
Okay,
Anbu, come in. Please come in.
Yes,
while
Anbu.
he's typing.
Yeah, good evening, all.
We can't see you,
Oh,
Uncle.
you can't. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now, I hope.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, good evening, doctor. So it
Yeah,
is
good
very
evening, good evening.
interesting following your path, or I don't know whether it can call it path. It's a forest. You know, you've been making your own forest and you've been making your own pathway. But I have a irritating question for you, especially since you are into lists, all anesthetist kind of checklist sort of thing. So it's a very silly question also. That's why it'll be irritating. So do you follow this guy, Atul Gaitonde,
Go
the
on.
checklist
Go on.
manifesto?
Have you read Atul Gawande, the
No,
checklist manifesto?
no.
Okay, no problem. I was just yeah. Yeah,
So
the
what?
thing about screenplay was interesting. You know
Yeah,
how you I mean, in a novel you have the see, in a novel you can talk about things which are not visual,
yeah,
which are in thought or some kind of emotion and all that.
yeah.
And you can also quote and stuff like that. But in a screenplay, it has to be like the way
Gripping.
we. So you can't talk like a book, or you cannot bring in things which are too philosophical or too how do you. Because it has to be very. I mean, even if we want to write a philosophical screenplay, it has to be a very visual and it has to be very happening. So it's a very different thing. No, ஒரு நாவல் எழுதுறதுக்கும்
Yes,
ஒரு
sir.
பிளே
Definitely, definitely.
ஸ்கிரீன் பிளே எழுதுறதுக்கும் there's a lot of difference. So I think you're great to have made this.
Madam,
What
I
is the
written
movie name? I didn't get that.
logo. It's called logo, sir.
Uh-huh.
Logo. If you watch that movie, only you will understand why I kept that logo. Because that protagonist, after accomplishing his job, that is, he punishes that child abuse in a unique manner. Once he does, he maintains a register where he makes that seal logo. So that is what. So the tag was the child abuse. No, it's a very sensitive issue actually.
Okay.
Yeah, the name of the movie is logo. Yeah. So it's a very sensitive issue. So the tag was actually, if you see, Odi Vilayadu Papa. No, that is what Bharatiya song. What I kept was Odi. I put it that cross mark. Paathu Vilayadu Papa.
Okay.
That was a strong this thing. You should be more careful. Odi vilayadna pattadu. Paathu akkam pakkum paaru. That was this thing I gave. Yeah. So that was the tag.
I think I will take up this movie and because I work in that field, right? So I will use this.
Yeah, please.
Awareness and all our colleges, wherever we go, we can push this movie more.
Yeah.
Provided you don't have copyright issues and where all this.
No, actually, it is in YouTube only. It is owned by the Cine Ulagam. It's a upcoming this only. You can show, no problem. It's a YouTube.
இல்ல காட்டு ராணி கோட்டை மாதிரி எந்த சினிமா கொட்டாயிலன்னு போடலாம், no questions asked.
Yeah.
So Giri, the what Dr. Jayachandran mentioned about Bahubali and Chandramukhi was that he did a stage event with employees of Sankara Nethralaya, where they narrated the entire story of Bahubali on stage in few minutes. Similarly, they enacted the climax of Chandramukhi on stage.
Yeah.
So those are not movies. The movie he made is like logo, and I have also typed out the link to the YouTube channel in the chat box.
Yeah.
You can go on Facebook and search for Dr.
Yeah, it will come.
Dr.
Jayachandran. You have ophthalmic anesthesiologists in your setup, and are they as creative as Dr. Jaichandran?
So Dr. Jaichandran, Dr. Giridhar is also our classmate. He He's an ophthalmologist from Warangal.
Oh, really? Nice to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you.
We have a very understaffed anesthesia department in the general hospital.
Okay.
To have a GA case, we have to literally drag them to the hospital 1 kilometer away.
Okay.
So, and most of them do vocal local. 8 or 9 years old.
Okay.
Control, persuade, threaten, or whatever.
Okay.
Minimum anesthesia. Inhalation anesthesia, because our hospital is basically a there's no intensive care unit in that. It's a separate campus, but only a eye hospital.
Okay, sir.
Though nowadays we are insisting the anesthetist or at least a senior resident should be there.
Sure, definitely.
But the way you have excelled in your anesthesia field, in Sankara, after duty you are doing this means it's amazing. I can't understand.
Giri, are you into making movies? You're asking very pointed questions.
Actually, I had made a movie during my fellowship after MS, along with some Kannada actors on eye donation.
Oh.
It was a 5-minute or 10-minute movie for which I think they spent 1 or 2 lakhs. That Bangalore West Lions Eye Hospital.
Okay.
So I was the medical director in that film. So it took 15 days that shooting was done. That is the only experience. That is nil filmy experience. It's only the donation, message of eye donation to be carried.
Great. Yeah, Dr. Kaveri wants to ask some question. Kaveri?
Yeah, Dr. Jayachandran, Dr. Usha
Yeah,
says hi from Mumbai.
Yeah, she's a close friend of mine, actually.
I thought you, in case you hadn't seen this.
No, I have met her long back also. She is also the president for that, what is that? Manual small incisional cataract surgery. I have given some lectures there.
Yeah. Over to you, Kaveri.
We can't see you, Kaveri.
Okay, can't see me.
Yeah.
But you can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Anyway, it was so nice here listening to you, Sir Jayachandran.
Thank you.
What to say, from academics, clinician, innovator, and director, I was really amazed. And the way you spoke was so humble. I think the main thing is you are a very contented man.
Yeah.
You didn't aim for any awards and it reached you.
Yeah.
So that content and pleasant thing I found in you. Please continue. God bless you.
Thank you.
I just want to know, should all doctors take to music, which will calm and make us happy? After all, we have spent our life, as you said, in your 30s and 40s.
40s, yeah, and I was not able to focus.
In our 50s at least, we should make ourselves happy. After all, we have toiled a lot. I'm 60 now. I'm also planning to go back to my music career.
Sure.
In school, way back, I used to, but not a proper training.
Okay.
I wanted to get back to music because what we will do, we are made enough. Not very rich, as you said. Yeah. We don't want so much money, but we need money for our living. And that content feeling and whatever we earn, we should spend now, either on ourselves or also for the society.
Yeah.
So music, I want to say, all of us, all our Jipmarites at least, I want all my Jipmarites to feel happy listening to some kind of music and learn it also. If you learn, you get more involved. Like I'm doing now right away with Prince, we call him Prince Verma of Trivandrum. He is the royal, the last of the royal this thing. And he has online classes. Such a very jovial person. First of all, he's a good humorist. He's, lot of language he knows. And very down to earth, coming from the royal family. So go on YouTube, and in that you will find Prince Ramavarma. You will learn a lot of things from him. So that I thought of introducing to our people today. I'm enjoying a lot of Swadhi Tirunals, as well as, like, despite his royalty, he has been 19 years with Balamurali Krishna as disciple. And now only is coming into popularity. So I just thought of introducing to our Jipmarites about Prince Ramavarma, who's conducting online classes as well as short 3 or 4 days. And it's very nice. You can just go to his music box. It is called Music Box by Prince Ramavarma.
Thank you. Thank you, Kaveri. That Usha Johari.
Rare music, not only Indian. It goes world music. So that way you will enjoy. Fine, have a nice time. Patta sir, lovely. The way you conducted the interview was so lucid. You brought out a lot of information from Dr. Jaichandran. And thanks, Dr. Vidya. Continuing always some interesting things. Bye, all of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Usha, please come in.
Yeah, a very good evening. I'm sorry I joined a little late, but the moment I saw, Jai Krishna, I thought I must, connect with him. He's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful human being. So whatever he does it with a heart. And I troubled him a lot when I was the, global director of ISMSCS training
Webinar, no?
program.
We organized one program, webinar.
Yes, yes. So, he gave a wonderful presentation. He gave a wonderful video. So, I'm really happy, to get back to Jayachandran on this platform. And I feel that whether you like it or you don't like it, music is so de-stressing, isn't it? And every Sunday we have a teacher coming to our house. He's been coming to our place since almost 10 years. He makes it a point to come on, and every Sunday it's a family gathering. We all sing together, and it is really, although we are not great musicians, nor do we have any good voice, but that's one platform which is de-stressing, and the family is together, So, pleasure, Jayachandran, seeing you today. I'm really very, very happy, very happy. And I'm going to see all your YouTube recordings, which you have sent it on the chat box. And I'm going to come back to you very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank you, Dr. MH. Please, MH, please unmute.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Harsha, welcome.
Thank you, sir. Sir, it's really, really inspiring. The reason why I've attended today, I thought to attend so many sessions, but I couldn't attend. But today, seeing the title, I thought I have to attend this and know more about sir. And sir, thank you so much for bringing out your story. And it's really inspiring to see your journey, your life, of how you being an ophthalmologist developing this passion towards cinema. So I just need to share one small story about myself. I have a common niche, sir. Like, I'm an all-time movie buff. I used to watch lots of films, and while in college, I discovered that I had little passion towards cinematography.
Okay.
So we directed some short films and won some awards. So I cannot compare, sir. Definitely you're professional and I'm completely amateur. But then, like you rightly said, sir, the way the doctors are portrayed in Indian movies are like worse. Even the Arjun Reddy film, it's like no doctor. It's not. It's like over-exaggeration version of that. And I always thought, I think there would be some good cinema where they show the actual life incidents of doctor. One such film which I've come across is a Malayalam film, sir. Ayalam Yanam, I think, Prithviraj.
Okay.
So it's a wonderful movie of a cardiac surgeon. So he gets assaulted by the patient's attenders, and how he escapes that and all. It's a wonderful movie. I'm not sure whether how many of you have seen it. Ayalam Gyanam, something. I don't know the pronunciation. Well, sir, I thought I wanted to share something. So I have started writing a story. I wanted to always bring up something that Indian doctors should know. So I thought, why not? It should come in form of a story. And I started writing a book. And the title of the book is the title of today's session. It's almost the same. It's Beyond Love, Drugs and Scalper.
Okay.
So I hope it will be releasing soon, and I wish that once I complete my book, please, sir, I want you to review it and make better editing for me. And one question,
he will write a
one suggestion.
He
One
will write a
suggestion.
screenplay and make it into a movie.
No,
Both of you can make it into a movie.
One suggestion in the one suggestion in the title itself. You tell the title.
The title is Beyond Love, Drugs and Scalper.
See, don't keep drugs. The moment you mean drug means our medicines. Am I right?
Both, sir. I want to mention about the kind of drugs that we treat the patients with and the drug abuse that's happening in the medical students.
Okay, then it's well and good. I meant love medicine. That mean medicine. You mean medicine. But if you want to...
So it depends, sir. Like, if you're doctors, it is our drugs. For the layman, they think obviously otherwise. It was intentionally kept.
Yeah, okay. I got your point.
Dr. Vani?
Sir?
Yeah.
One question, sir. Suppose
tell me.
Very short.
If you are given a choice. Ma'am?
Sorry?
Very short, since I was there in the beginning, Jay.
No.
It was very nice. It was very nice. And I have a student, Amar Ramachandran, who's a gynecologist in Kannur, and he plays cricket and he acts in plays. And I'm 68. So after retirement, I do bird watching, dancing, and my husband sings. And at 57, I did
the other way. He should be dancing to what you sing.
At 57, I went to St. John's from KMC Manipal, and I did a 6-month course on research. So I did 20 theses without reading statistics. But after that, I did research. And after retirement, my husband was editor of a journal. So statistics is very important. In our generation, we learned it after 20 theses.
Yeah.
It really changed my life. And even
Definitely.
now I would like to do a statistics course by IIT. So the two things I did similar to you was, one was statistics. And then I heard my husband's an anesthetist. So I heard him listen to, safety measures, and he's always safe. So that's when I learned the term near miss. Very late when I went to St. John's.
Okay.
And I did thesis on near miss. So I really resonated with your story, because I did one thesis on near miss. And I learned statistics from Ramesh. I would like to mention him. He was 20 years junior to me in JIPMA. Ramesh is an ENT surgeon. So when I learned statistics in Manipal from the Department of Statistics, it was not exciting. But learning from ENT surgeon, he would give all clinical examples. And it was fantastic to learn statistics from Ramesh. I really enjoyed. Thank you, Jay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think the previous person, he wanted to ask some question.
Nothing, sir. It's a small question.
Yeah.
If given a choice, what would you choose, sir? Being an ophthalmologist or a filmmaker, and why?
Both are equal, I can say. See, ophthalmology anesthesia is my profession, whereas filmmaker is my passion, I would say.
Okay, sir. And no questions for that. Thank you. Thank you.
He hopes to soon make his passion into his profession also. He's set on getting his movie onto the silver screen.
Yeah. It should happen. We'll see.
So if we are almost out of time, so if anyone else has any questions or comments, please. The anesthetists who are in this meeting.
Sridhar is there. My friend Sridhar is there.
He had to go for another meeting, so he said he'll catch up with the rest on YouTube.
No problem.
So some of the questions you had, the ISA newsletter called Vapor, the March edition has got an interview with Dr. Jaichandran, where all the small questions you had will be answered. What are the books that he read to polish up his screenplay, and any other details that you have, all those are there in the edition of March edition of Vapor, which is the ISA newsletter. Dr. Meera, I will send it to you one-on-one through WhatsApp.
Ram Kumar is there. Dr. Ram Kumar.
No, I don't know which Ram Kumar. This is Dr. Ram Kumar. Would you like to unmute yourself and speak, please?
I think through him only you got my number. You mentioned, no?
Pillai, Dr. Shivadanu Pillai.
Oh, okay. Okay, madam.
Yes.
Dr. Patta Radhakrishnan almost read my mind. He was actually, Dr. Where is he? He was actually taking me rather than I am taking him. He was taking me.
I am interviewing you, Jay. It's not the other way.
No, you read my mind actually. The next question, which was supposed to answer, you are rightly asking this question. That time itself, madam told me, sir, you don't worry about our interviewer. He is highly professional and he will take you in a very jovial manner. You will never realize the interview is happening. They're so one-to-one, like talking like things. They're so nice.
I think we should meet in person sometime.
Yeah, definitely.
Cave coffee day, and then we'll chat over it. Maybe I also wanted to make some movies, and maybe we can collaborate. And Vidya will be always there in my back, so she will be part of it.
So, Sundari, which is the movie you're talking about? Final Destination? Worst possible. I say, okay. Sentinel event. Got that. Okay. So,
now, how do you find time, you people, every Thursday? No, I want to ask a question.
Actually, most of it is, what should I say? Thanks to WhatsApp and everything can be asynchronous, right? I can send you a message whenever I am free, and you can reply whenever you are free or whatever. And because we started it during COVID when we were not busy. So then, and then we have the only people who are there every time is Radhakrishna and me, but there is we have a bunch of people who are behind us who help us with identifying topics, speakers. Sometimes I have a fantastic speaker, but I may not
think it's passion on Vidya's part, perseverance, passion, and whatnot. She enjoys doing what she's doing. She's an anesthetiist by profession, but this is her passion. Just like you said about filmmaking. And then and she'll eat, think, and dream marvelous medicine. Once this is over, she'll be thinking of the next session as to that is the perseverance here.
So unless I have at least 6 weeks planned, I get nervous.
Definitely.
Because somebody will suddenly back out or something will happen.
Yeah, it will happen. I know.
I'd like to give the comment. Vidya and Patta make a fantastic pair. And I put an alarm every Thursday, 7:45, because it makes me remember 8 years after retirement, I'm still a doctor. Doctors are doing things other than what regular medicine. And full marks to Vidya and Patta. She has kept it going. And it's always in the back of her mind. I'll give an example. She went for a mission with my husband, Mission Smile. So she went to give anesthesia, but then she called him for a talk. So her mind is always working.
All the time, yes.
Ram Kumar was me. I'm Vani and Ram Kumar.
Okay.
And Ram Kumar, for you as an anesthetist, he started respiratory therapy in India, just like you started ophthalmic anesthesia. He started ICU. He started simulation. And so it's very good to start something different. Like he started respiratory therapy, you started ophthalmic anesthesia. And I read about Arvind Eye Hospital's Infinite Vision, and that changed me a lot. So I have really enjoyed this program because many things in common. Especially I'm an anesthetist. Anesthetists are the best people in the world. That includes Vidya and Ram Kumar. Patta, I love him, but
thank you, thanks.
And I had cataract surgery also, so I know the ophthalmologist.
So thank you, everybody. A special thanks to Anjali and Anbu and Manohar Shah for making the discussion more interesting. Thank you, Giri, and thank you, everyone. Sundari, you're always keeping us informed and busy on the chat box. Maybe one of these days we'd like to actually see and hear from you. We'll meet again now. Now the bar has been set very high, so now I have to really think of who to get on Beyond Medicine next month. So we'll meet again next week with an ordinary episode of Marvelous Medicine. Okay. Till then, take care and stay safe.
Bye, everyone. Thank you, madam. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay. Nice
Bye.
meeting you. Bye.
We'll meet. Okay. Bye.